I'm going to refresh the page. I have the laptop off towards the side so I can see everything that's going on. There we are. Audio sounds good. Building the Lego Marvel Baby Rocket ship from Guardians of the Galaxy. So here it is. The 2 minifigures included, Rocket, Baby Rocket. There we go. I'm excited for this one. See what it's all about. I do not save my boxes. Poke them, tear right into them. Looks like we've got a total of 3 bags. And it looks like there's no stickers with this. It looks like it's just the model, which is good. We got our Baby Rocket. That is actually very cool. It's like a little baby rocket fella. Neat. So let's just hop right into the build. We were building the Galaxy Explorer last live stream. I have, as you can see here, my part bins sitting out as I want to get into some custom building now that I'm running out of sets to build. This is the last set I have to build for a while. And so yeah, we're just gonna do some custom building. And I have a parts box on the way. It is going to be I don't know if you follow the classic box part lineup, but it is the castle themed classic box of parts that I've ordered. And there is 1,800 pieces. So hopefully that'll be able to get me to stretch out the part collection for more custom building there. And with it being fantasy stuff like that, I'm curious to what kind of castle stuff I can come up with, since that is a neat theme, and I haven't really built many castle stuff, so I think it'll be pretty cool. I want to get into Lego Castle. It's kind of hard to get into right now because there's not many sets out currently that are Lego Castle. As you look into buying retired themed sets, but let's go with the custom building route. I've been watching Bricking Up Brad on YouTube. He is doing a custom castle series where he builds his own castle mocks. MOC standing for My Own Creation. He's been doing those, and I've been watching him, and he's doing a pretty good job over there. He's got some pretty good castle building skills. And also, I have a Lego Technic video currently in the progress of being made. So that's what my next video is going to be, is on Lego Technic, of all things. But I'm excited to see where this one goes. It was a Technic kit I didn't realize that I had until recently. I'm like, oh man, that's actually pretty cool. It really shows a lot of the workings of Technic vehicles and such. Or Technic mechanisms, I should say, not necessarily vehicles. There it is. Some little control panels here. This is a, what did it say? It was like 330 pieces. 330 parts for this set. So you get some of these ratcheting jointed bricks. I do know where these joints came from. They originated in the Galador theme, and they made their way into the Dream sets as well. That's a set I want to get, the Crocodile car. Also, speculations on the theme retiring this year is pretty likely, because even the sets that were released this January showed up on the retiring 2024 list. So I'm speculating Dreams is going to be gone, which is kind of sad to see an original theme die so quickly. I always have high hopes for these original themes. If they really want original themes to do well, I'd say go the route of space, pirates, and castle. I mean, go back to the roots. If you're looking to try to get a theme to survive, Ninjago lasted. Chima was around for a little while. Nexo Knights was around for a little while. And I actually like Nexo Knights. It's just I never owned any of the sets. That was during the era where I did not have money to spend on Lego. But I was at the age where I watched the Nexo Knights TV show up until season 3. Because I would have been like 13 at the time, I believe. And I liked it. I thought Nexo Knights was a pretty good TV show from what I can remember. But I never got any of the sets. I think if Nexo Knights were to come out and re-release some sets, I would be into those. But it's just the wrong timing. Wrong timing. See here. Not quite sure what part of the ship we're building yet. See this circular disc, which is using this like tile piece here, and then inverting it to make it look like either like a beam of something, like a thruster, like a blue wave of fire, and it just sits right on the back here. I'm assuming it's the back, because here's the front control panel. One reason why I like the Guardian ships so much, even the one that came out this January, it's another one of Rocket's ships. It comes with Rocket and Ronan. I can't remember the name of it. It came out this year, and it looks pretty fire. I just think the color schemes are so unique. Like, look, the Benatar is done in kind of an orange, but it doesn't have the yellow. This has the yellow and the orange. And the Guardian's new ship has there's the turquoise. This kind of has a little bit of everything. It looks like it's got one turquoise piece, it's got the new yellow, the orange, so it's like kind of a little secret, I guess, I don't know. It's got all the colors to the larger scale ships. There was some Guardian sets that came out when the first movie came out during 2014 stuff. The dark ages of Lego, or for me anyways, where I wasn't collecting or actually just invested in the hobby at all. I didn't keep up with anything from the time of, I would say, 2015 to 2021. I did not keep up with Lego. So everything in between there I missed out on, and the knowledge of what happened in those years I missed out on as well. Alright. I'm looking for a piece now. It's a tiny piece. It's exactly the same as this one. Rounded off 1 by 2, kind of round around the edges. There it is. Making sure the build is correct. Honestly, it looks like these are supposed to be at more of an angle here. Twist those to that. I got a sparkling ice. Was it black raspberry to sip at. So I can continue to talk throughout the entire stream. Some of these black tiles here. I eventually am going to do a video talking about my 5 favorite themes. Before I do that video, I read the first Bionicle book and a little bit of the second book over the course of summer when I was at Bible camp there. And I enjoyed it, but I don't have any Bionicle sets. Bionicle would have been around when I was a kid because it lasted from 2001 to 2016. It's just I really wasn't aware or interested in it at all. And so I missed out on it. But I read, the book and enjoyed it. Well, one of the books. I think there's like 7 or 8 total until the conclusion of the story. But I read the first book and I don't know, it made me really, really like Bionicle and then realize I missed out on it. But the only problem is I don't own any Bionicle sets. So if I were to make that video, I would not include a theme in the top 5 favorite themes that I don't have any experience building with or tinkering around on. So I can't include it. So I've got to scour the aftermarket for some Bionicle sets so I can have an opinion and rank it in the top 5 best themes. And what brought me back to Lego originally was Lego Star Wars. And then it kind of was like, I branched out. It happened when I watched Mandalorian. I was like, yeah, it'd be cool to own a Lego set from that TV show, Mandalorian. And that's how it happened. I returned to the hobby. Here I am now, venturing out to all different kinds of themes, even going back to the classic themes, looking into those. So it's honestly pretty cool. And now I just enjoy making content on it on YouTube as a hobby. I've got, ideas for videos. It just takes a little bit of time to make each video. And then I'll live stream the builds. And when I'm not building, a fresh out-of-box set, I'm usually tinkering around on other sets or building custom stuff. You just check the set here, make sure it's all correct, everything's built properly. This will sit right like this on the back there. It's kind of interesting how you go from building the Galaxy Explorer to building this. The instructions seem so much simpler, and because it is a scale down from expertise, when you look at those 18 plus steps or sets, there's way more steps in them, way more parts per step than with these smaller sets. Like you get about, see, that step was 1 piece, 2 pieces, 2 pieces. This step here is 4 pieces, but it's all very simple steps, easy to follow. So I'm not too concerned about making a mistake. But the Galaxy Explorer came together great. I know there's alternate builds to that. If I wanted to really work on a good quality YouTube video, do a a deep dive, a look into all variants of the set. But that would take a very long time, disassembling and building each and every single one of those. It would be a very long time. Oh, I love this orange color. Definitely reminds me of the Benatar, which is my current favorite set. And right now I think Guardians of the Galaxy sits at favorite theme. Except definitely the Guardians of the Galaxy ships and not the Guardians of the Galaxy buildable characters. I do want to get Venomized Groot at some point, and possibly that new Rocket the Raccoon buildable figure. They look pretty cool. Okay, the orange cheese slopes. Looks like these sit towards the front of the ship. This will sit right over the back. Oh my, I just snapped that part clean off. One thing that I have learned is I've been keeping my Lego in a light-free zone. For the sets I've had when I was younger, our room always had the windows open and they would get constant bits of sun damage, and that caused so many of the parts to crack on them. So if you have a Lego collection, keep it in a sun-free room. It helps preserve the sets over time. So one of the most common color, looking back, I have this Lego City ambulance because I want to do like a Wampa cave as a mock. I don't have a Wampa, but I want to do a Wampa cave, and the parts, the white pieces that came from that ambulance that I was using to just kind of lay out and design for the Wampa cave, there's so many of the parts were cracked, and it was just like, yeah, it's pretty sad. I'd say keep your Legos in a basement if possible. So yeah, preserving Lego parts for long periods of time could be difficult. I don't know how the classic collectors, I have a older Rock Raiders set. Those parts seem pretty high quality. Like they aren't going to crack. And eventually I want to get around to ordering parts from Bricklink to finish it. It's the oldest set that I own. It's like 70% complete. Definitely could use some love in that area. I mean, I think the set's in a good home in terms of a collector that would appreciate it, but I just need to repair it, put in the time, and repair. Well, it's not really about putting in the time, it's about putting in the money. From ordering from Bricklink. It's kind of hard because Bricklink is expensive. The shipping costs from buying from each individual store. It'd be better if one store had all the parts, but it's like spread out across 3 different stores, and then shipping becomes quite pricey. So first bag is coming together quite quickly. I'm liking the yellow, the orange. Pretty solid. Pretty solid coloring here. Ooh, that's where those go. So these little like sword pieces almost fit right in there. Hopefully I stuck them in correctly. That's how it looks. The whole model gets tipped upside down. It looks like it should sit like this. Get them straightened pieces, I believe, sit on the back like this. Inverted slope tiles, or not tiles, inverted sloping bricks. There's also a classic space box that would be pretty fun to get. I think I'm definitely going to try collecting classic part boxes this year. Just because it makes custom building more parts. Really focus on getting a big part collection. So I'm glad to see these extra pieces, the little black kind of like clips with a little rod there, because on my Parisian restaurant I had quite a few of these break because it sat in the sun for so long. Right now, none of my Legos sit in the sun. It was just from previous times. So yeah, these extra parts, the extra parts bin, you can see there. Oh, this is the one thing I do own from Bionicle. Talking about Bionicle. Bionicle mask. So that's the only thing I own from the series. So bag number 2. Bag number 2 comes with our Rocket, the raccoon minifigure here. Nathan Cannon. Gotta go. Or Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed that movie quite a bit. Not as much as the second one. I have kind of an unpopular opinion with the second one being my favorite movie. And that was mainly just because of Yondu. I like the reference to Yondu in the third movie. But yeah, I really missed Yondu. So that's why the second movie's my favorite. Looking for like there it is, the blaster piece. This goes into the next step. Blaster piece. And this to make kind of his rocket gun here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The regular standard rocket, and then the cute little baby rocket. So Rocket didn't come in the Guardians third ship, and in the Guardians third ship they're all wearing these uniforms. So he comes in this set with this uniform. I think it would have been cool if they really wanted to go out of their way and be unique with the Guardians third ship. Or the new Guardian ship, however they choose to name it. I believe they call it the new Guardian ship. If they went with like that one scene where they had the colored spacesuits and then label like each of the characters. I know Rocket wouldn't have one, but all the minifigures in that set would have the different colored suits. That would be really neat. But I guess if you had classic spacemen, like the green, red, let me see, what else was there? There was a purple, I can't remember all the colors. But if you would just swap out their bodies with the classic spaceman suits, you might be able to do that. Alright. Looking for another piece that's similar to this. Shouldn't be too hard to find. There it is. I'm waiting to buy the set when it hits a sale on Amazon. I got this on Amazon when it was 20% off, normally $35, I believe. And I got for $27 and some change. But I was on Amazon earlier again, and I noticed that the sale had ended. So when I had ordered this, which would have been about 2 weeks ago, I managed to grab it at a 20% sale, but that isn't currently going around. And another set that I was eyeballing was the Indiana Jones, the one that comes with that car and the airplane. That was also a $35 set, and it was on sale for $27, and now that is currently no longer on sale either. So it kind of seems like they had their sale. I don't know, I found like you can either wait on some sales for Amazon and then you get them and then they become cheaper and you're like, well, maybe I should have just waited. And then sometimes they just go back to standard price or discount them at 10%, which I think this is now currently $33 last time I checked. So it's still at like a 5% discount. But the one set I got, I believe I got the Justifier like earlier this summer for about, paid a decent price on it. It was $135 on sale. And then I saw it go all the way down to $127 for the Justifier. I thought, man, that is crazy. I think it happened too with the Benatar. I paid $144 and I seen that go all the way down to I think like $138. Now the Benatar is retired. That's why I had bought it so early last year. It's because I was like, man, the Benatar is retiring at the end of the year. I can't miss out on that. I hope they do the Milano next. And like put Yondu in it. Do like Yondu's crew with a scale the size of the Ultimate Collector's Series Benatar. I mean, it's the scale of an Ultimate Collector's Series. They don't do them for Marvel, but if they do like the Milano, Yondu's crew, I would definitely get that. Especially since I'm already invested on collecting Guardian sets. Oh yeah, this ratchets down just a notch, and then this sits on there, so it fits properly. How far does it ratchet down? It goes 2 notches. Let me see here. It looks like it'd have to go 2 notches down just so that there's no like tension on that top brick. Do you have a Nebula minifig? Yes, the Nebula that came in the new Guardian ship, so that like blue and kind of pink one. That's the Nebula I have. And it would be the Nebula that's like in the same uniform as Rocket here. And I believe, yeah, her uniform has a silver arm. But yeah, that's the only Nebula I own. I don't actually own a Gamora minifig. That's another. I don't own a Yondu or a Gamora. I need to get them 2 minifigs. I looked up Yondu on Bricklink the other day to see like what kind of price are we looking at. Him, just for him alone, is like $33. I was like, yikes. You know, with his death and everything, and he only came in like I believe it was a few sets. It might have been 2 sets. There was one smaller one he came in. I think he came in a little bit of a larger one because I believe. Yeah, I can't name the sets off the top of my head. But yeah, Yondu's kind of pricey now. I mean, it's cool to own expensive characters when you get them for cheap and then you watch their price go up and it's like, wow, now I own something that's valuable. But if you're a collector and you missed out on something, it's kind of sad to see them go up in price when you didn't get the chance to grab them yet. Hello, Fanatics. How are you doing? Can I share your stream? Needs more views. Yeah, you can feel free to share it anywhere you want. I appreciate the support. Yeah, thanks for choosing to stop by. I mean, I could probably stream on a platform that would get more views, but I enjoy YouTube the most. I'm not the best TikTok kind of video editor or streamer over there. I'm much better at editing YouTube videos than I am YouTube Shorts. I know if you heard of Cool Guy Dom, he does really neat Instagram reels and TikToks and stuff like that. Stud Null, hello, what's up? Brick Lab Studios, how are you doing? Yeah, thanks for sharing. Thanks for coming and checking me out. I appreciate it. We're building the Baby Rockets escape ship. This channel is lit. Thanks. Appreciate the compliment. I'm just enjoying a hobby and trying to find other people that enjoy the hobby as well. It's fun to talk to people that are in the kind of the same hobby as you. If you really want a place to hang out, I'll share my Discord. I do post over there occasionally. It's something I'm trying to grow. It's just a small community where we can all hang out and have a good time, build Legos, share pictures of our collections and stuff like that. So I'll throw it in the chat here. There's the Discord if anyone wants to join. Because I enjoy watching YouTube videos of people that are very enthusiastic about their hobby, which is Lego. Like Duck Bricks, he is very passionate. He is very well spoken in his YouTube videos, and he gets all of his information on point. It's very cool to see people like that. You like pizza? What's my favorite food? It's a hard one to pick from. If I had to go one route, I would probably say taco soup. I don't know if you ever heard of that. Either taco soup or probably a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Or I might have to just go with a classic eggs. Just some fried or scrambled eggs. I think this is a side panel that we are assembling. I don't know why there is an indicator up here on the don't shoot the stud shooter into your eye, but down here is where we assemble that little stud shooter. It looks like we need to throw on 2 more of these 1x3s. There's the stud shooter. I like the new design for these stud shooters. They are really cool. So yeah. I went through and watched Duck Bricks' video on his Lego collection tour. And he did like a entire collection tour. He owns like over 6,000 plus sets. And watching his video where he talked straight for like an hour and 20 minutes, no breaks, and he just rambled on about his sets and stuff like that, and his custom builds, his collection, and he had collected a lot of different themes, and all of his facts were on point. He wasn't off about one of them. But he's been invested in the hobby. You know, he never went through a dark age where he didn't missed out on a large section of Lego. Unlike me, I really wish I didn't get out of Lego because I missed out on some good themes. Nexo Knights, I was talking about that earlier. Really wish I could go back and get some of those sets, like the Fortrex. I was on eBay last night looking at them. I like to do stop motion animation with my videos. That's pretty cool. I will actually watch a couple of stop motion animation people. They're really neat. Take a lot of patience. I have dabbled with it a little bit. It's fun. It's fun. I actually do plan on doing a stop motion in the future with the dual, like Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader. I want to use that set and do a stop motion animation, like a duel for that one. What are we building here? Looks like... So yeah, I've seen quite a few of them. There's this one guy, I forget his name, but he does like stop motion animation, but it's all done in like a Civil War minifigures, stuff like that, Revolutionary War stuff. This channel has about like 7,000 subscribers, so he managed to grow a small community that's really into that kind of stop motion animation. I've seen some people that do strictly castle stop motion animation. The most recent one I watched, I can't remember their names because I follow a lot of different LEGO channels. And the one that I most recently watched, he did like it was like a heist, or like an attack on a moving carriage, and he managed to do the stop motion animation on like a rocky road, and he had like the trees moving in the background and the two carriages with horses running alongside each other, all while the minifigures were moving on the carriages. So that was honestly really impressive. And I think a lot of the fun for stop motion animations just comes from the creativity. It's very fun, but it takes a long time. Yeah, it does. It does really take a long time. And then editing it, yeah. If I can say that word correctly, it can take some time too, especially like doing spaceships in flight mode. Like there's, I bought the, what do you call it? The more premium version of the stop motion animation app. And so you can like take a photo of the background, and then you get like that marker where you can like take out the bricks so it looks like it's actually floating. But doing that takes a very long time. Doing it on my phone, it's pretty tricky, so I find that uploading it to the computer is a little bit easier, but I really haven't done too much stop motion animation. It's something that I should get more into, because building the set pieces for stop motion animation is honestly like half the fun right there too. Looks like this goes on this side here. This back hole. It's pretty nice. Ratcheting joint there. Snaps right into place. Got these stud shooters. The thruster in the back. It's actually looking pretty cool. I'll leave it like that for now. Yeah, I found that that tool can be hard masking out objects. It can be, because then you also deal with shadows too. Shadows can throw you off. So I try to stick to ground. The only stop motion I think that I uploaded to my YouTube channel here was one done on like a small little windmill from the Creator 3-in-1 lineup. I used that set to make a small stop motion animation. And that was, I had a really bad set piece for that time. I had no backdrop, so it was just like, you could see my TV in the living room and stuff like that. It wasn't very good. If I do a stop motion now, I'm going to try to make it as professional as possible. Now that I have a workspace in my bedroom, that's why I started doing these lives. I didn't used to have this table here, so I made space, brought the table in, got a lamp for lighting. I'm going to get a darker curtain set up in my room so I can block out all natural lighting. So when I do stop motion, there won't be any shifting shadows with the natural lighting. So yeah, just got to write some stories for some stop motion animation. And one thing that I've found interesting, since I do like storytelling, a place where I would grab ideas from for doing like stop motion animation would be from like, I don't know if you've seen Star Trek or like Doctor Who, but they're really good TV shows on like one-off episode ideas. So they don't follow a huge storyline that's all intertwined throughout episodes. Each episode is its own unique story. And I find that Star Trek and Doctor Who do that quite well. So they're kind of the inspiration that I look to for stop motion, because you can do a all big intertwined long episode stop motion animation story, but I find it better if you just do like one-offs, spin-offs. There was also another content creator that I follow who did a really good job on a Titanic stop motion. It's just like, wow, you do such a good job on those. But it takes a lot of patience. Okay, got that assembled. Thought I didn't place this 1x2 like in the dark turquoise there. Like animating fight scenes. Fight scenes, yeah. So you can, yeah, there's a lot of unique things you can do. The only thing that I really haven't gotten to really know is if you do like a Star Wars fight scene. I know some people animate the lighting on the lightsabers to like glow, but I haven't ever figured that out. And they do smoother transitions as well on like, I don't know if they use smaller pieces or if it's just in animation, but they do a better like lightsaber coming out of the hilt rather than what I would do is I would just remove the piece, put the piece in, and it would be a single animation, and your lightsaber would be right there. It's not a very smooth animation. It works for taking a shortcut, I guess. But yeah, I really need to give it another round, stop motion animation. This piece, that's the right corner piece. But fight scenes, they can be really cool. I forget, it was a video I watched a while back where this guy did like, he hired animators. I forget, I think it was Spitbricks hired animators. He paid like $5 for an animator, and then he paid like $100 for an animator, and then $500. He told them to do different fight scenes, and they all came out really different depending on the skill level of animation. So that was a pretty neat video. Loft Studios has a video about lighting up lightsabers. Okay. So there's information out there. Yeah. Need to look into that. Should actually give him a shot maybe for my next YouTube video. I already talked about my next YouTube video going to be on Technic. This Technic kit I found in the closet that I forgot that I had. I think it's really interesting. There's a lot of different mechanisms. And as I was building the Galaxy Explorer, I was looking at like some of the Technic mechanisms. Not necessarily on the Galaxy Explorer, but in the structure, and I thought, you know, that's pretty cool. So that's probably going to be the next YouTube video, but I want to definitely dabble in stop motion because I think you could tell some pretty good stories. It's like being a movie director. You make a plot line, you write out like a script of like what the characters are going to do in action. You can either choose to voice act them. I probably won't go that route. I definitely go through and add in sounds, but I don't add in voices. I'm going to try to tell a story without voices because I find those to be the ones that I don't really want to be doing voices for each and every single character. But you can do pretty well without doing voices. But I think sounds definitely are a must. I forget which website I go to, but they have a lot of different sounds that you can use, like footsteps, all that kind of stuff. I tell a story with no voices as well, and I'm doing good. You know what? I should check out your channel. You upload these stop motions? Yeah, you do. Okay. I just subscribed to your channel and I'll check them out because I am very interested. So you said that you tell a story without using the voices. That's the route I would go. So yeah, I'll check out some of those after the stream. Probably put them on in the background. I usually watch YouTube while I'm building custom builds. Either doing that or taking apart a set. I usually throw on a YouTube video. Thank you. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm always trying to find small people in the LEGO community to support. Because honestly, it's hard to grow a channel in the LEGO community. It is kind of a niche hobby. Those people that are into it really enjoy it, but it's hard to talk about it to people that don't generally know anything about it or care much about it at all. So those people who know, they know, and people that don't, I don't know. It's hard to convince them to get into the hobby as well. Because, I mean, it's a lot of dedication. They're pricey sets out there. So just located the back thrusters on. They got some rotation there. They got stud shooters on the front. If I had a solid Bionicle collection, I think it'd be fun to at least try to do some stories from Bionicle, because I thoroughly enjoyed the Bionicle books. Or the first one anyways. I read the first one. I really didn't find much time to read past the first one, but I think you could do some cool stuff in the storytelling of LEGO Bionicle. I know that also on like Instagram Shorts, or Instagram Reels, I've been seeing a lot of stop motion stuff done over there too, but I don't know I really don't know much about editing in the vertical phone, like for the shorts and the reels and TikTok and all of that. I find it tricky to edit in that video format. Looks like this sits in there upside down. I like this windscreen piece, the green, like translucent dark green. That's neat. It gives it a nice angle to look down. Kind of like those tower cranes from Lego City. You see them use that kind of windscreen piece. I don't own any city tower cranes, but I have the old Lego City Harbor that had like a crane in that set, which would use to grab the grain out of the boat in the harbor, and it would put it into a conveyor belt, and then off the conveyor belt it would go onto a transport truck. And I've seen some talking about stop motion stuff like that. There's some pretty good Lego City stop motions too. Like this one guy, his most recent video, he's a pretty big channel. I can't remember his name. I can never remember the name of all these channels that I watch. But he did one on the recycling truck, and man, that editing was phenomenal. He brought so much character and life to that set, the recycling truck. Just really brings the set to life. A lot of Lego planes, trains. I don't have any boats. I really need to get myself a train. I've seen those and I'm like, yo, it'd be so cool to set up a Lego City train. I'm like, yeah, those trains, they look... Oh, you mean Alexander Studios. That's the name right there. Yep, Alexander Studios. I thought that video was really good. Yeah, it's like a lot of these big stop motion channels, they put so much effort in. I think that if they do a really high quality, because I know it's super difficult to do stop motion. And those people take a long time to work on those, but they come out so well. It's actually a work of art. And that's one thing that's so much fun about Lego, is there's so many different aspects to it. There's the creative aspects. You can build mocks. You can do video production on standard, talking about the set, deep dives. You could go R.R. Sluggers style with the retrospectives, stop motion style, custom building, or you can be a history. Do the history on the sets. So many cool things. So many ways to get creative. Getting a sip of this sparkling ice. On to the last bag, bag number 3. I do watch TD Bricks. TD Bricks and, what is it, Scared Bricks? Yeah, those guys who do the hyper edited, creative, like, stuff like building a city in a day, stuff like that. I think they're pretty cool. And honestly, they're really good at, like, building custom stuff. Like, I've watched Lego Masters up until Season 3. I haven't seen Season 3 of Lego Masters, but I feel like if TD Bricks were to go on Lego Masters, he would actually really make it really far in the TV show, I think, because of how good his builds are. Alright, these need to sit back. Just one more stud. I got them placed a little too close. Yeah, I think they're really good builders. Looks like we're supposed to slide one of these, like, I'm not sure what you call it, on, and then it clips on. One of these here. I think the most recent video I watched by them, they did like, they built like Lego weapons and then did like a Nerf war with them. Their vids are so well edited too. Oh yeah, very well edited. That's something I'm constantly trying to improve on. I think I did an alright job. I took inspiration from R.R. Sluggers for the latest video called, or it's not the latest actually, the latest video was an information video on the sets retiring this year, but the one that was titled, "Is this set so and so?" I can't remember the number of it, just a base plate. I tried to take photos for that one and put it in kind of a R.R. Sluggers kind of style video. So yeah, I always watch different channels and try to see some inspiration from them. That looks like it's built correct there. Yeah, they add the sounds. Like how TD Bricks always does that, like Lego Indiana Jones. Like he's like, to countdown, like number 2, Number one. It's like playing Indiana Jones from that Lego game. That's so funny to me. Also, I don't know if when TD Bricks, I don't know if he took out his intro or something like that, because I went and watched his videos. Like, he had this really fun intro, and for now, some reason, I don't know if he went and like back and took it out of his videos, but I can't find him using that intro anymore. It might just be like a Mandela effect thing, but he had like, you know, the motorcycle, and then he had like the Matrix thing where he like shoots the bullet, and the minifigure like does like leans backwards, and then he doesn't do that intro anymore, and I can't find any more of his videos that use that intro. Because I always thought that intro was like top tier intros. And so I even searched on YouTube. Yeah, you remember that intro too? Yeah. And so I searched up on YouTube TD Bricks intro, and it took me to like his really old intro, like when he used to take like photos of like his custom builds, and he would like talk about them, like the super early TD Bricks days. And it took me to that intro and not the one I was thinking of. I'm like, I don't know, it kind of just disappeared off of YouTube. I don't know where it went. Just like how his Legoland video where he did those pranks at Legoland, there was a section in there that got taken out where he made like that rap song and played it. He took that out completely out of the video as well, and it just kind of disappeared. It's like I remember these things because they're really funny or really awesome, and then it's like, I don't know, they're not there anymore. Am I misremembering? Because when I watch a really good video, I usually tend to watch it multiple times. Yeah, that was a funny video. Oh man. I like how he's like, well, I forget the age limit, but they asked him if he was like under 13 to get on those on the car ride. He was like, yeah, I'm under 13. They just let him go. It's so funny. And then his friend wore the Shrek shirt. And when he was like getting hauled away by the security guards, he's like, hey, do you guys like Shrek? Look, it's Donkey on my t-shirt. I thought that was funny. Oh man. I think I was supposed to put this on first. I put it on wrong. This is supposed to go on first, and then it slides into that brick. The part where he fell off the boat. It's a spider! It's a spider! Jumps in the water. And then the security guard's like, yeah, you can't do that. He's like, but there was a spider there. It's like, well, what if it all was an accident? Are you still gonna kick him out of Legoland? I don't know. And then there was that kid in the boat that like saw the camera. And he was like grinned, and he like pointed at the camera. He knew what was up. He's like, hey, I'm gonna make it on YouTube. Now we stick this like disc part on. There we go. Now that's built properly. It looks like this arm is done. So do they just stick it in like this? I already made room on my shelf next to my Guardian sets for this. There we go. I think there's also going to be like a little turret on the outside on the Technic pin. Just out of curiosity, Stud and all, how did you find my YouTube channel or my live stream here? Like, what was the first video that you saw of mine, or is this your first time seeing the live stream? Just out of curiosity. Because I'm not sure how the YouTube algorithm works. Like, what audience is my videos aimed towards? I'm assuming most likely other Lego enjoyers. And I would hope so. Because I knew when creating this YouTube channel that that's the only people it would appeal to. It's not trying to be a general audience YouTube channel. Just people that are into the Lego hobby. Lego Fanatic shared your stream. Oh, that's right, he was in here, yeah. And he was like, hey, can I share the stream? And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I think this sits in here just like this. That's how it appears. Because, yeah, creating a Lego YouTube channel, you're only going to appeal to the Lego audience. And that's a smaller community, so you're not going to get, like, tons of recognition. But, hey, I enjoy the Lego hobby, so actually it doesn't go on there yet. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not sure what the general audience kind of YouTuber is. I would assume maybe someone like Ryan Trahan, Mr. Beast, J Stu Studios. Those are kind of some of the people that I watch. They do, like, you know, everyday kind of people things, you know. J Stu builds survival shelters, does like challenges and stuff like that. Mr. Beast, I don't know, he's kind of an experimenter recently. He does some of those 24-hour challenges and stuff like that. Seems like he's just kind of become more of a TV show kind of person, like with the grocery store, surviving in the grocery store, or stay in the house for 100 days, those kind of things. How long have you been on YouTube for? I've been off and on of YouTube for kind of about 3 years. I was originally first like an outdoors channel. I did like camping videos and such, and then I just ran out of ideas, and I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. There's only so many outdoor things you can do. I did a lot of like knife reviews and stuff like that, and then I just straight up ran out of ideas, and I'm like, I don't know where to go from here. And I figured, you know what? I'll just start doing Lego content. And honestly, I haven't ran out of ideas since I started doing Lego content. I really think the ideas are endless for Lego content, so it seems like that's the way to go. Because it's like, I can sit down for 30 minutes and come up with another video idea. I really don't have to think too hard to find a video idea with being in the Lego space, I would say. Yeah, that looks like it came out how it's supposed to. And so these are like I guess they're kind of like front engines, because they got like those thrusters on them. And yeah, then you can see that they kind of move too, like they rotate, so they can like hover, give you extra speed going forward. Like we're building the next side. Looks like these kind of are the last segments. I think once we put this next arm on and get that finished off, I think the ship is going to be complete. Looks like one of these little studs. Usually how I find a lot of different, which Lego set is that? It is the the Baby Rockets ship. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, kind of got on the Guardians of the Galaxy collecting side of things. I have 3 of their ships now. Turn it around. I don't know how you feel about Lego classic themes like Lego Pirates, Lego Space, and Lego Castle, but I really hope those make a big return. I mean, we've seen it with Eldorado's Fortress, 1 set for Pirates, the Galaxy Explorer, 1 set for Classic Space, and then the Lionites Castle, 1 set for Castle. And so they kind of returned in a sense, but they didn't return with regular releases. And I really want to see more of those, because I've been looking back on those classic themes and they were so good. It seems like the only original theme that lived on till like current days is Lego Ninjago, which is not a bad theme. There's some sets in there that are really cool. I don't really see the mechs as like a big thing, but I like the Ninjago City stuff, Ninjago City Gardens and stuff like that. That's really cool. I like Lego Minecraft set. Those are really cool. Yeah, those are pretty neat. I like how they consistently release on a regular basis too. I own 3 Lego Minecraft sets. I own the Ender Dragon, then the Nether Bastion, and then the Minecraft Bee Farm. So I have basically the End World, the Nether, a section of the Nether, and an Overworld set. So I have a piece from each kind of realm in Minecraft. My brother, though, he has a bunch of Overworld sets. That's his main collection, is Lego Minecraft. So he actually can do a pretty decent set piece of all the Minecraft sets laid out there. If he wanted to do a little stop motion, if I talk him into doing one, I think he could actually do a pretty good one for Minecraft with how many sets he owns. Really good Overworld one. You can have the villagers moving around, Steve in the caves, because he has that, like the caves cliffs, or no, it's a caves like mining shaft. It kind of has like the railroad, came with a zombie, a slime, and then there's that gravel pin that you can pull and it drops down. I've never been to a brick fair, but I watch Beyond the Bricks videos when he goes to brick fair, and there's some people that have massive Lego Minecraft layouts that look really cool. That's honestly like life goals right there. Make it to a brick fair one day. Do like a brick fair vlog. I've seen many brick fair vlogs, from like Bricking Up Brad when he went, Cool Guy Dom, M&R Productions. M&R Productions I think goes to every brick fair. Duck Bricks, he goes to brick fairs. So yeah, I like watching Lego vlogs. I mean, there's a Lego vlogger I watch, not on a daily basis, but I watch his videos occasionally, and that is Brixie. I watch more of his like vlogs when he builds like the city or like the winter village, stuff like that. Not so much like his shopping vlogs or set reviews, but like his actual city vlogs. Yeah, it would be awesome to build something for Brick Fair too. Yeah, that'd be crazy, being an actual designer for a Brick Fair model. One day, maybe, one day. I don't know what I would pick, honestly, because there's so many things that you could do. You could do classic Lego Castle. You can go the Star Wars route, the Minecraft route. So many different things. But yeah, there's got to be somebody that builds something for Brick Fair. Otherwise, you wouldn't have any displays. It'd also be an experience to go shopping at Brick Fair, like at the yard sales there. That's where you can find some of the retired stuff. Like the themes that you missed out on, like Nexo Knights or Lord of the Rings, Bionicle. I'm glad that Lord of the Rings returned to a certain extent. If you're willing to drop $500, Lego Lord of the Rings returned to you. It's just, I don't know if I'm going to be one that picks up a $500 Lord of the Rings set. I mean, you get the whole Fellowship, you get Rivendell, it'd be great. But that's like Lego budget money for like 3 months worth, all on one set. Well, honestly, probably more than 3 months worth. I would say about 4 months worth of Lego budget money, all on a single set. It's a tough pill to swallow if you decide to go that route. There was a really cool moon base from one, Beyond the Bricks, really cool video. I don't know if I've seen the moon base one. That's really neat idea. Do something on the moon, classic Lego space. The most memorable one that I can think of, it's Beyond the Bricks show. I can actually think of two off the top of my head. Somebody did like a bathroom, like an actual life-sized bathroom. Build like they had the toilet, the sink, everything like that. Built out of Legos, like actual life-size scale. And then the other one was the Imperial Light Cruiser from Lego Star Wars, done in just this absolutely massive scale, where like the play scale TIE fighters would actually sit inside the hangar. Absolutely insane. And another one came to the top of my head now that I'm thinking about it. It was a steampunk like airship. I can think of that one now too. Yeah, really like steampunk airship that had like the balloons, the helicopter propellers that would fly like kind of like drone style, and then it had like all the tubing and done like in the orange and kind of like rust colors. That was really cool, especially since Lego has not, from my memory, done a very thorough like steampunk style build. Looks like that came together properly here. What is this? Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong? I have a feeling like, let's take a look at this. When it sits on there, it sits on upside down, so I have a feeling like I built these on the wrong side. So I might have to do some backtracking here. It's about this step here, which is just this piece. This part is completely fine. It's just this needs to be rotated around. And this should sit like this. The worst feeling is losing a piece to a Lego set. Yeah, that is pretty bad. I've always ended up finding mine though. I've never really truly lost a piece that I haven't found. My biggest fear is whenever I clean my room, is if I drop a piece, forget about it and vacuum it up, then I know it's gone. Unless you just want to rip open the dusty vacuum bag. If I hear it get sucked into the vacuum, I definitely will rip it open and try to find it. But you don't always hear them get sucked into the vacuum, and then you're just out of brick. So now I think we did this right. That's how it's supposed to go on there. So yeah, I am a little bit scared. So before I vacuum my room, I check underneath the desk that I'm building, check under the bed, stuff like that. Make sure that I'm not missing any parts. Because then it's either you find a replacement in your parts collection, or you have to order a classic box that might have your parts. And worst scenario, Bricklink, if you can't find your parts. But yeah, I haven't lost one that I haven't been able to find. I have had Lego pieces break that I haven't been able to replace. And then, yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Bricklink for those. One of the current pieces that I have to look for on Bricklink actually belongs to a Lego City snowmobile. I could actually, since I'm done building, go into hand camera mode with the live stream. So here it is, finished build. Looks pretty cool. I have a spot on it, a spot on my shelf. I know exactly where this is gonna go. Check underneath here. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna just space them out the same on each. I suppose I could lift this up and throw baby. I guess there's room for baby Rocket and regular Rocket Raccoon to sit in there. See if we can get him to sit in there with his blaster. I think we'll have to take the blaster out of his hands to get him to sit in there. There's room for both of them to sit and stand inside the ship. I guess you can just set the blaster along the side, and the roof closes. I just broke a brown piece a few minutes ago. Yeah, that's not good. I have a brown piece in my Lego Harbor set that's broken. It's not broken badly. I still use it, but I've seen where some of them, yeah, they just crumble, and it's just like you're out of brick because of that. It's unfortunate. It had its ups and downs, I guess, in the Lego lineup of parts. So I'm gonna take it free hand cam mode here and pull off the camera. The placement for the ship is going to be going right next to the Guardians ship here. Made room for it. I'll show you the part that I have to replace. So on the Lego City Snowmobile, there's supposed to be like a clip that holds the handlebars into place, and that broke, and I don't have any more in that color. So I was like, oh, I'll use this color of gray when it's supposed to be like the dark bluish gray, and I have a light gray clip piece, and even that one broke when I went to put it on there. So this is just a little bit of the collection here. The Minecraft sets are over here, then some Star Wars sets are here, Star Wars speeders, the dual set that I need to do a stop motion animation on. We've got Batman, the Z-Blob, like Dream set. Got some more Star Wars sets here. And then there's like the Ahsoka duel. I just have this sitting here. It isn't Lego. It is a butterfly knife. It's just a can opener butterfly knife, but I do flip it on occasions. So I just set it there. That's what this is. It's a bit of knife oil because I have a lot of knives. Then the Benatar, which is my current favorite set. This thing is awesome. Best set I own. Then the Justifier. The only one that compares with the Benatar, I know it gets dark, and I really should have a flashlight to show you guys, but the only flashlight I have here doesn't work. But I have the classic, it's the Galaxy Explorer remake, and there's an Indiana Jones set here with some CMF Castle minifigures, and then some other CMF figures up top. And then under here is just kind of the assorted parts, current working projects. This is future storage for Lego.
and then the DVD collection. That once these shelves get filled up, I'm gonna put those there. And then yeah, back here to the kind of build area. Got the live stream up so I can see that. Which, wow, that looks awesome. Thanks. Thanks. The collection's growing. And here's the parts bins that I need to use to build some custom builds and such. And I just store them in like Subway salad bowls. Since I work at Subway, I eat a salad there, keep the bowls, and they work great for sorting bins. So yeah, this is kind of the end of the live stream, I guess. I'll go live again. I'll go live every time I get a new set and build it. And then, yeah, I guess I'll just work on the YouTube videos in the meantime. And so, yeah, it looks pretty good. Right there's Adam Warlock. So, yeah, that's the stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll end it here and probably start working on some other Lego projects, other Lego YouTube videos. So, see you guys.